2026. I'm your host, Carol Love, and this year we have some great comments coming from you. And we're going to be dealing with the subject this week, talking about the big, beautiful bill that was passed, how it's going to affect your health care. So we have some great comments from some individuals that you may agree with or you may not agree with. And as you can see, we have the story today that we're going to be looking at. A video today is coming from "We're Not Cutting Medicaid at All," the GOP lawmakers say. And this is coming from Fox Business News. Now, this was a few months ago. And so this is what's important to us is what you have to comment about when this story broke about the healthcare changes that's coming for this year. So we have some comments coming from Quasada, Gear T574, MDIP3MP, and Nolly Mint Multi Garobot Wheat. Oh, you can see even the names deserve a comment. Okay, let's get into the video and let's see what Fox Business News has to say about the changes that's coming up in the Medicare system. Let's take a listen.
A hot topic tonight in markup hearings, and not all Republicans are on board. Listen to Senator Josh Hawley.
There's a lot of cuts there that are over. Work requirement is totally fine. The anti-fraud provisions, great, totally fine. I think there's a lot of savings there. That's all fine by me. But I'm concerned about some of their other proposals. They have a cost-sharing proposal in there. I think we need to look at really carefully where they're making beneficiaries pay more. These are working people in particular who have to pay more. They're fiddling with the provider arrangement, the provider tax in particular. That could have a big impact in my state and lead to reduced coverage.
Let's bring in House.
Okay, now did y'all hear that? He said it himself. It's going to be some changes, increases. Take a listen.
You're one of the more thoughtful, reasonable people that I served with in the United States Congress. You're a fiscal conservative. I'll ask you the same question we asked the previous congressman. Are we cutting enough in this bill?
Well, in the overall bill or on the Medicaid side?
Both.
Well, we're not cutting Medicaid at all. Medicaid's still going to grow by 25%. And that's the big lie that the Democrats are telling. They've got all these people ginned up thinking they're going to lose their Medicaid coverage. And the fact of the matter is no one who is legally eligible to be on Medicaid will have their Medicaid denied. No one who is legally eligible to be added to Medicaid will be denied. So in terms of the overall bill, I think there's more work to be done. But where we are right now, I think I just think we need to see what's going to happen in the markup, see what happens before we bring it to the floor, and make a decision then on what else we can do.
And we know the bill passed, y'all. It passed.
That only in the, I said this, only in the la-la land of bipartisan profligacy is slowing the growth of Medicaid a cut. It is still at least a $1.1 trillion increase over the next decade. And that's my personal beef, is that it essentially, because the way it's written in the text of the Commerce and Energy bill, it does not reduce what the feds pay for the Medicaid expansion of Obamacare.
You citizens, I hope you're paying attention. Pay attention.
For able-bodied adults, but only 50 to 77% for the actual needy, pregnant women, people who are disabled, children. So all of this garbage coming out of the mouths of Democrats, like it's
garbage.
It's just it's not true.
Y'all hear what she said? She called it garbage. We're here in the 2026. Let's see. Make your comments below. Did your rates go up? Were you denied?
For every dollar that the expansion state puts in, the federal government will pay them $9. If it was a pregnant woman or a disabled elderly person, somebody like that who should be on Medicaid, it's $1.37. or $1.32 actually. It's even worse. So it's amazing to me the arguments that they're making that we want people to go to work who ought to be working rather than paying people not to work. There's tremendous amounts of evidence out there that shows that the government is in fact paying people not to work. Phil Graham did a great book on this, and he showed that if you added up all of the transfer payments and everything that...
Okay, everyone, so we're going to stop it right there, okay? Because many of you, as if you're like me, I'm a senior citizen now, and I got my letter from my healthcare provider saying that they were no longer doing coverage in the rural area. So I had to scramble and find another healthcare provider. And it was all because of the big, beautiful bill. So again, you heard the congressman from the conservative side on what they were saying. Josh Hawley, he had concerns. Josh Hawley saying that with this bill, it seems as if the beneficiaries are going to have to pay out more. And isn't that true? Isn't that what we've been hearing? People are getting their letters that their premiums are tripling. The increase is going up, what they wasn't expected. And a lot of people can't afford this big, beautiful increase that came from this bill that's now, the effects are taking place right now in this new year. So you saw the comments, you saw the congressman, but we want to hear your comments. So let's take a look and let's see what those commenters have to say. All right, our first one, we have our comment coming from Crazy Doc. Hello there, Crazy Doc. And you said more lies. The proposals are set to cut 800 billion. There isn't even 800 billion in the program. So that's just one of the comments about this a big, beautiful bill with our healthcare system. Take a look at the next commenter. Noli multilingual robot. Well, you got two comments on your comment, okay? Noli says Medicaid total spending amount should not be higher than the current amount. Do you agree with that comment? Got 3 replies on that. And so how do you feel about that? Okay, let's take a look at another comment. Gear 574 says you won't be able to kick the nationalized healthcare ball to the future much longer. Good comment. You're right about that, because you keep putting it off and off and not dealing with the situation, not giving us a good plan to go with. You know, you can complain about the plan that you have, but until you make one better, then we have to work with the one that you have. You just don't cut the care from the people and make them pay more. They can't even hardly afford what they are paying. Now you want to pay triple? It's not right. That's not right. Let's take a look at our last commenter. MD says, cut SNAP and Medicaid. People should pay for food on their own. Ooh, you must be really, really young. You must be really, really young, because say that when you get to be a senior citizen, you're saying people should pay for their food on their own. And if you're a senior citizen and all you're getting is your Social Security income, it's not enough. With the rent increases and with all your other bills you have to pay, people need assistance. People need the help. So everyone, that's going to do it for our very first show for this year, talking about the Medicaid situation that's going on with so many of us. And I just hope and pray that all of you have found Medicare coverage, health care coverage, I should say, that is affordable to you. And if we don't have it, we need to make our voices heard, shouldn't we? All right, then, everyone. Hey, listen, that's going to do it for us here at Your Comments Matter. I'm going to see you on the next video. Remember, I want to thank you for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing right here to Your Comments Matter. And I see you on the next video. Take care.